pitch is belted to deep right. This is trouble. A 3-run homer for Matthew Wood.
I didn't start seriously catching until like 7th grade. I was always just kind of a athletic catcher.
And you were the highest drafted player out of Penn State.
Yep. Take a lot of pride in going to Penn State. I really enjoyed it. And I thought it was going to be a fun, respectful game. I thought my pants, tight pants, or like my catching finger.
Yeah.
My catching finger is so much bigger than my other finger. It is so swollen.
All right, super excited to be here with Matt Woods, a 4th-round pick last year of the Milwaukee Brewers. How's it going, man?
It's going well.
Good.
Always nice to be playing in good weather and coming up on the All-Star break, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the weather and stuff. I thought perhaps this game might get canceled. It's not. There's a little bit of a rain delay, maybe, potentially, who knows. During a rain delay, what do you normally do? Like, what's your go-to thing? Do you hang out in the...
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to stay relaxed, not do too much, maybe just go and roll out, just stay warm for when.
Yeah.
But not really doing anything specific, just maybe hanging on my phone or chilling in the clubhouse.
Oh, for sure. Speaking of the clubhouse, how do you like the new clubhouse?
I love it. So coming from our single A affiliate, it's an older stadium. It's really nice. I loved it down there, but I come up here and I feel like I'm in a big league clubhouse.
Dude, yeah.
It's that nice, and just all the facilities, really, the cages and the weight room are crazy.
Yeah, I saw that video that they had posted, like the social media team of like everyone kind of walking in for the first time and seeing it. It's pretty dope. The slide is new. Have you been down the slide?
I've not been down the slide. So the relievers of all people got to go on the slide for opening day, and while us position players were out here grinding, they got some time off to go ride the slide.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. I mean, I feel like the relievers, they kind of do their own thing a little bit, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I might go down today. I'll let you know if I do.
Sure.
Last time I was here, I was going to. I ended up not. It was hot. I was like, I'm just not even feeling like it.
It looks like one of those slides where if you go down, it just burns your pants off. So I'd be careful.
And I get real bad static. Like when I go down like a slide or like anything like staticky, like I turn into like an X-Man. Like it's crazy. Like I'll start shocking everything.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, let's jump into your story. Where does your baseball story, your journey begin? Like, when does all that for you begin?
Like most people, I started playing t-ball like 5, 6 years old. My older brother always played, and he was on, he played like travel ball, and played with his buddies, so I'd always go to his tournaments and fall around, and I just kind of fell in love with the team aspect of baseball.
It's awesome.
And being around your friends and playing baseball. And, I played with pretty much just my best friends growing up. I never was one of those kids that went around and did all the showcases.
Really? Okay.
And all that. Yeah, I stayed home, played for my home team with my friends, and I played on a travel ball team, and we, went and played in different tournaments to get seen, obviously. But I just fell in love with the game. I never stopped. I played all the time.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Were you like a multi-sport athlete, or was it baseball like that's your thing?
Yeah, so I played football for like in middle school for like a year or two.
What position?
But I wrestled. I was like D-end.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you wrestled too?
Yeah, I was wrestling.
Oh my God. So you're basically one of those kids that were just good at every sport.
I wouldn't say that.
I would have hated you in high school.
I wasn't a great football player. I was always decent at baseball, but I was kind of small growing up. I was a year behind everybody in my grade. Or not really, but like I was young.
Yeah, you were always on the younger side of your...
So I feel like I was kind of a late-ish bloomer.
Sure.
Wrestling, I was good at when I was younger, when I got to high school.
Yeah.
In PA, where I'm from, if you're not a full-time wrestler, you're behind the 8 ball.
Oh, wow.
And I certainly was. So my freshman year of high school, I got beat up a
big wrestling town or whatever?
Yeah. My brother wrestled in college.
Okay.
So.
That's insane. I was a swimmer. So like I mean I did a little bit of like little league and stuff, but like my swimming was always like my main sport.
Yeah.
So when did you start catching? Like was that like, and when did you realize like that's going to be my path moving forward?
Yeah, I always liked catching. Like in little league when you'd rotate positions, you'd always want to be the catcher because you got to wear the gear and whatnot.
Yeah.
I didn't start seriously catching until like 7th grade. And then I was always just kind of a athletic catcher. Like I could throw and I could move around pretty well and block and whatnot. I didn't say I really developed into like a professional catcher probably until my later years in college.
Yeah.
But I was always just kind of like the athletic catcher.
Do you think that position in particular, like in little leagues, maybe is harder to coach?
It is, because you can't teach. You shouldn't teach a young kid to catch like the big leaguers are catching.
Yeah.
I think that you should build a base first.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I did. I never thought I was I never was catching to like I didn't know about like receiving,
Yeah,
or, like
yeah.
doing all this, like the metrics that we have
Sure.
now until college or professional baseball. So I think the best is, I think when you're a young kid, just focus on the fundamentals,
Yeah.
being able to block, being able to throw, just catch the ball.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest building block, because
Yeah.
then you can build off of that.
I was just gonna ask you, what's your best advice for a
Yeah.
young guy trying to get into the catching, but still fundamentals?
Yeah, just be good at the fundamentals, be a good leader. I think that's what really matters
Sure.
at the end of the day, especially when you're young. If
Yeah.
you know your pitchers can throw to you and they trust you and you're a
Yeah.
good leader and communicator, that's what really matters.
When did you start doing catching only? Like that was just strictly catching?
College.
Okay.
Yeah. I always fooled around and like
Yeah.
would take ground balls during batting
Yeah.
practice and do this and that, but I really only caught
Okay.
pretty much from like my senior year on.
If you weren't a catcher, what do you think your position you'd be playing, at first base or like outfield or something?
Yeah, probably corner outfield.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Cool.
Or maybe like second base or third base.
Yeah, that's awesome. So your recruitment process, how was that? Were you like highly recruited? Because I know you went to Penn. Like when did you commit, and how was that whole process for you?
I committed to Penn State whenever it was my summer going into junior year.
Okay.
I wasn't highly recruited at that time.
Sure.
But not to say that I wouldn't have been. I
Yeah.
committed pretty early. They were one of my first like 1 or 2 offers. And
Yeah.
I committed right away just because I really wanted to go there.
What stood out about Penn?
I really loved the campus and I loved the facility and the
Okay.
coaches at the
Yeah.
time. And I just felt like it was a place I could go and play right away and
Yeah.
develop. And I didn't want to fall into a position where I was going to a place
Sure.
where I was like really behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to a place where I know that I could potentially play right away
Right,
and be
right.
developed, and I trusted the coaches in that aspect.
Okay.
So yeah, it just seemed like the perfect fit.
Advice for people in the whole recruiting. I have a lot of younger listeners.
Yeah.
For the whole recruitment process, like, what any advice for that?
Yeah, just play. Don't get lost in the fact if you're not getting looked at or you are getting looked at.
Yeah.
If you're good enough and you play with passion and energy, people are going to come and find you.
Sure.
There's so many different ways to end up where you're at.
Yeah.
You just look around our team, like
Yeah.
JUCO guys, D3
Oh, yeah.
guys,
Oh, yeah.
D1 guys, Power 5 guys. There's
Yeah.
so many different ways to be seen and noticed and end up in professional baseball. So don't get caught up in it. Don't let the idea that, oh, I have to be a Power 5
Yeah.
player, or I have to do this. That's not what's important. If you love the game, you're going to end up where you need to be.
So you went to the Big Ten. Do you think
Yes.
it's underrated compared to like the SECs and the ACCs and all that? Or
Yeah,
no?
there's good players. It's up north. It's gritty. It's
Yeah.
a tough conference to recruit and,
Yeah.
and play in. It's definitely harder, but yeah, it's underrated. There's good players. It's good competition.
So in college, when was your if to when moment when you stopped thinking if I get drafted and started thinking to yourself when I get drafted?
I don't know. Probably after the season.
Okay.
Honestly,
Your junior season?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that summer, I kind of had a decent idea I was going to get drafted.
Yeah.
I didn't play summer ball. I was going around to some of the, like different like workouts and stuff like
Okay.
that. I had a good idea, but
Yeah.
during the season, I really wasn't
Yeah.
worried about
Really?
it. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
I was really having fun with that team.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take all that kind of pressure away.
Not even think about it.
Yeah, I just have
I
fun.
feel that. No, for sure. So obviously the draft is coming up soon.
Yeah.
Any advice for those guys going into the draft? Or maybe advice
Yeah.
that you wish you would have had?
You know, you never know what's going to happen. There's no reason it's a stressful time and it's
Yeah.
an exciting time. So really just enjoy,
Sure.
the process. It only happens once.
Yep.
It's super exciting. Take the time to, spend it with your family and
Yeah.
enjoy it and just have fun. And if it does go your way or it doesn't go your way, that's not the end all be all.
Yep.
You still have to work. The goal shouldn't
Yeah.
be to get drafted. It should be to be a Major League Baseball
Sure,
player.
sure.
So
That's just the
it's
first
the
step
start.
too. Yeah,
it's really
that's
just the
fair.
start.
It's a good perspective. How was your draft experience then? Did you have like a draft party? You in the 4th round? Were you
Yeah.
expecting to kind of go in that round?
Yeah,
or?
I was expecting to go somewhere in day 2. So I had some friends come, and my girlfriend and my
Mm-hmm.
family was there. They came over earlier on day 2 to be there with me, so that was really fun. Wasn't really a party, just had some friends
Yeah.
over and just hung out with my family, but it was a really good time.
And
a day I'll never forget.
That's awesome. And you were the highest drafted player out of Penn State up to date. How cool is that?
It is cool. You think of a big school like Penn State to be the first position or the highest position player taken is a cool thing. I take a lot of pride in going to Penn State. I really enjoyed my time there.
For sure.
To kind of hold that for now. I don't think it's going to last because I think better players are going to come through and
for sure.
the trajectory of that team. But yeah, it's cool to say that I at one point did.
Yeah, that's awesome. What is the funniest chirp you heard in college, or even maybe the minors too?
So, a place that I played a midweek at that you wouldn't expect, the Virginia Military Institute. We went and played a midweek there.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be a fun, respectful game.
Sure.
At the Military Institute.
You would think.
Are, tough.
Buttoned up and stuff,
the cadets were ruthless in the stands.
Yeah.
I went to Virginia, I went to, Michigan, like all these big schools. The worst place was VMI.
Jeez, what was maybe some of the funny ones that you were seeing?
Just about my pants, like
too tight or too loose,
tight pants, or like you look like I don't even know.
Yeah.
It was brutal. I was like, and we lost.
Yeah,
and
that's hard then.
It was tough.
Yeah,
because they just let us have it the whole time.
Jeez, what was your or maybe you haven't had one, but maybe you're like welcome to the minors moment when you had like a bus broke down or motels with like bugs in it or something like that. Like what was your?
I think spring training.
Okay.
Spring training's long, it's grueling, and you're excited to go and get the season started, and then, it's long days and you're having fun, but that's really living in a hotel.
Sure.
I lived in a hotel for 2+ months.
Okay.
So not being able to like cook food, you're ordering all the time. We get fed at the spring training facility, but it's long but it's really, really fun.
That's so cool.
Spring training this year was a blast.
Yeah, I didn't go to Arizona. I went to spring training in Florida to watch the Marlins and the Rays, I believe. Went to a couple different ones.
My parents are from Jupiter.
Oh, okay.
Right around there.
Yeah. It was hot, dude. It was.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from Wisconsin in March to like Florida, it was. I was not prepared.
Oh, yeah. That's a wake up.
So this question is actually from an Instagram page called Brewers Farm. I don't know if you follow him, but he basically, for those who are not following, he always posts about the Brewers Farm system and alerts and stuff like that. He wants to know, what is one thing you are working on in your first full season, and how's that going for you?
Yeah, so after the draft, I got injured, so I wasn't able to play from August on last year, which a lot of the draft guys did, especially the college draft guys. So this is really my first taste of everything.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to trust. This is the first time in my career where it really is a process-based moment.
Sure.
Like in college, it's as much as they say it's like trust the process. You want to get results, and same in high school and all that. Here it's different. I'm really just trying to develop into
that's awesome.
A Major League Baseball player. I'm not concerned about numbers or everything. I'm really just trying to stay healthy, play, and learn. That's the biggest thing. I was talking to our hitting coordinator today, and he said this to me, and it kind of resonated with me. He's like, "You're not failing, you're learning."
Sure.
And that's something
awesome.
that I'm really just holding on to, and I feel like that's a great way to put in this first year.
Yeah. On that kind of note, how do you balance like development versus like just showing improvement? Because like you want to develop, but you also want to improve because you want to move up and advance.
Yeah. I think that just comes with playing.
Okay.
I feel like I'm getting better every single day.
Okay.
And just because when you play a game at this high of a level, something new happens every day, and you have to make the adjustments pitch by pitch. So I feel like I walk away from every single game learning something new, and I take that into the next game. So, whether it was really, really good, and I've had highs this season, and I've had lows, just like everybody does.
Oh, yeah.
And you just have to find what to take away from that and how that's going to lead to your success.
So in the lows and highs and highs, how do you stay mentally strong?
Yeah, you just have to realize that this is a long season. You play every single day. It's going to turn around. It always does. If you just stay with your approach, trust what got you here. Yeah. I know I'm a good player, even if I'm having a rough stretch. I'm gonna be all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna play well, and when I'm high, don't see it as the be all because
like you made it or
always
something.
finds a way to humble you.
That's
so
fair.
You just gotta ride the wave. You just gotta go with the flow.
100%. Another question from him is, what's the biggest adjustment to pro ball from like versus college?
Yeah, just the level of command and stuff, the combination of those two, especially for pitchers, being able to you know, adjust your approach day by day, not stick with one thing. You know, seeing what the pitcher does well and trying to attack his weaknesses and finding those things. So just the day-by-day process of being able to adjust to professional pitching.
What's the hardest pitch you've caught? Because I was a catcher, and like everyone's throwing so hard now.
Like miles per hour?
Yeah.
Probably either Mizorowski or we have a guy, and I think he's in AAA now, Abner Uribe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's one of our...
I think throws gas.
Throws gas.
Yes,
I think I caught a pitch at 102 by him, probably. I know Miz has gotten up there. I catch him a lot, so I'm used to catching Miz now, and it's fun to catch him. But.
How is it catching like such like? I mean, because like, does your arm? I've never caught. Like, does your
you can see the difference in my here one side.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they can see that, but my catching finger, is so much bigger than my other finger. It is so swollen. It's crazy. It's just you just get used to it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to know how hard they're gonna be throwing in like 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
A couple real quick, fast questions here. What's the most random thing you've been asked to autograph?
I signed a kid's like cast or his boot, like the bottom of his boot. Like you break your foot and you get sign the bottom of that.
Interesting. Okay, that's not too bad. I feel like I've had a lot of people say like arms, legs.
Yeah.
Someone told me a prosthetic leg once, but
ooh, no, I've never done that.
Okay. What's
Put that on the bucket list.
What's the funniest thing a player or like you've heard from fans here? Like a chirp. I know we talked about it earlier, but
like that I've heard one of our home fans say.
Or in general, even on the way. It might be worse on the way, but yeah.
I forget where we were. I think it was West Michigan. Just every time he'd get out, some guy behind would just scream, "Sit down!" Just like, but it wasn't like a normal like "sit down." It was like really aggressive.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I should go sit down.
Oh my goodness. Is that the Lansing Lugnuts or no?
No, that was the West Michigan Whitecaps.
Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah, because the Lugnuts were just here. If you can have one famous person, dead or alive, watch you play, who would it be?
It's tough. Famous person.
It could be a sports person, musician, whatever.
Maybe, I don't know, Babe Ruth.
That'd be dope. That'd be cool. That'd be sweet. I think he'd be blown away with how fast people are throwing nowadays.
I wonder how he would think. I wonder if he'd be like, I could still play here.
Yeah. Oh, shit. He wouldn't. I doubt that's with him out of shape with a cigar. Yeah, no. Who's the best player in the game today?
I think Acuna.
Okay, yeah.
No, Shohei.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
Shohei.
No, Acuna's right after that.
I think Acuna is a superstar.
Yeah.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Nobody can do what Shohei
No.
does.
Jeez, no. All right, and then last one is, what's your favorite song right now?
Favorite song?
Yeah.
I've really been into, this summer I've been listening to a lot of country, a lot of, my favorite guy is Chris Stapleton.
Okay, yeah.
Artist. Just anything by him, really.
Yeah.
I feel like he just, in all situations, you can listen to one of his songs.
Yeah. What's your walk-up song?
My walk-up song, I have two. Slide by Calvin Harris and Incredible by Future.
Okay.
Just kind of like the upbeat, like hip-hop beat that and kind of like the summer vibe. So.
Yeah, for sure. What's your your hype up music? Like when you gotta get ready to get hyped up and stuff? What do you listen to?
Drake.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong with Jake. All right. We'll go ahead and end it on that, man. I want to thank you for coming on, dude. I appreciate it.